Trading within FIFA 23 Ultimate Team doesn't need to be hard. That's the premise that we stand by on this channel. You don't need to be a top 100 trader in order for you to be successful within the game when it comes to trading. There are some very simple trading methods. And in today's video, we are going to be going through a couple of the laziest. But before we do get into the video, if you do want to take trading from this beginner level, which is what we're looking at, to a whole new level, then make sure that you are signing up to next level foot trading. Chances are you have already heard about this because this is the talk of the community. This is led by Futpepi, who you may recognize from being in the top 100 leaderboards under trading within previous Ultimate Teams. So it's fair to say he knows exactly what he's on about. By signing up to next level foot trading, you will get real-time trading tips from Futpepi himself. I've joined the group and I have followed quite a few methods which have been shown within previous videos. And a cool thing with all of this is that you can currently get a 2-week trial for just $1. And that is definitely worth the money. With the amount of money that you're throwing into FIFA points in hopes that you can get something good, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. But with this, you are guaranteed to make coins. But getting back into the basic trading methods if you are only just starting. Maybe this is your first time ever attempting to trade. And we're going to start off with one of my personal favorites. I do this all the time. This is bulk bidding. Now, bulk bidding is a great trading method when you first initially have a couple thousand coins, because you can look at some relatively cheap gold players, whether it be common or rare gold, bid just a couple hundred coins below their lowest buy now, and do this as much as possible. Now, if you are just beginning and you do only have a couple thousand coins, it may mean that you will only be able to get a few players, but this can quickly ramp up. On the first day of FIFA 23's release, I managed to go from nothing to over 100k just by using bulk bidding itself. And it still works. There isn't a single day throughout the year where it doesn't work. And once you do start to build up quite a considerable amount of coins, you no longer need to just look at some of the cheap rare gold players. You can actually increase the value. You can start looking at players which are slightly more expensive, at a few thousand coins. You can even upgrade it to the point in where you're looking at players worth 10, 20k. You're just not going to be able to win as many as what you will be able to win when you're looking at a cheaper end, but you will be able to make more profit per player. With this type of method, it's no good on me giving you a specific player to use. You are seeing a few within the clips on screen and you're welcome to try them out. But the best thing for you to do is find them for yourself. You can do this in a couple different ways. You can just select the quality to be rare gold, search the transfer market, and then make a decision. You find a player that you like the look of, stats, and maybe they're in an uncommon league, but you realize that there is a few bids which takes them above their minimum price, then you know that you could try them out. A lot of this method does come to trial and error. You can also do the exact same thing by using a site such as Futbin or Futwiz, where you just set the quality to be what you're looking for, common golds, rare golds, pick a player, try them out. If they work, awesome. You now have a player which you can always use. If they don't work, well, you just go back to the drawing board and do this all over again until you find someone that does. Now with bulk bidding, it is lazy, but you still need to find a few players. If you want something even easier, well, you can look at the bronze pack method. The bronze pack method is exactly what it sounds like, and all you need to do is head over to the store, go down to classic packs, select bronze packs, and open it for 750 coins. Now, you are not going to be a millionaire just by doing that. You need to keep this going. With every player within the pack, you're going to compare their price. If they're listed for 150 coins, 200 coins by now, they're not going to sell, in which you'll just store them to your club. But if they can sell for slightly more, even if it is players that are listed 200 coins bid and 250 coins by now, you might as well list them on the transfer market. These are coins that will slowly pay for the pack itself. If you're lucky, you'll be able to pack players which go for more than that. It's not uncommon for there to be bronze players that could go for a couple hundred coins each, and some even a couple thousand. It all depends on the SBCs that are available at the time. Now, there is a point of this which does come down to luck. You need to be at the right place at the right time in order to pack the right players to actually sell and make a profit. But at this rate, because it's a bronze pack method and you're dealing with 750 coins, it becomes down to it being strategic luck. You do this enough, eventually you will profit. And I'm not just talking about from the pack itself, I mean as a whole. Especially considering that with the players that you're not selling, you're actually storing to your club because they can't sell, you're using them for SBCs. These will eventually be enough to go into a silver upgrade. Those will give you silver players. Those silver players can be used to get common gold players, and those common gold players can be used to get rare gold players. And as if you went through the standard upgrade system. Throughout the year, there will be SBCs which will require you to have bronze players, silver players, common gold players, which are outside of the normal upgrades. This makes it a fantastic method, not only for you to build coins from the packs themselves, because you are getting players that sell, but also a great way to build your club. As said, you won't be a millionaire overnight, but it is definitely worth utilizing this, no matter how many coins you currently have. The next trading method is not so much trading, but looking into investing. It's still going to make you coins at the end of the day, but this is fodder investing. Kind of similar to what we just mentioned with bronze players, where they can potentially sell due to SBCs. With other types of players, such as rare gold players, which are fairly highly rated, they also have the exact same effect. If there's an SBC which requires you to have a rating, these players will increase massively in price, especially if there's a lot of demand for people to actually complete the SBC. So, for example, let's look at Sergio Busquets. This is a perfect example of what it's like to invest in fodder, and hasn't just worked this year within FIFA 23, has pretty much worked every year. Because of that 42 pace, he's not really used as a player within Ultimate Team. Even though pace isn't as big of a factor as what it used to be, say 10 years ago, it's still a major point. There are many center defensive mids that can have all of those other stats and pace, and they're always going to be selected over Busquets. This means that his use case within FUT is next to nothing, except he can be used for his rating being 85 rated. If there's an 85 rated SBC, he will increase. And when you go and use a site such as Futpepi, which tracks player prices and also has a daily graph at the bottom, you can see this. On the lower end, his price can fluctuate anywhere between 5 to 7,000 coins. But whenever there is a good challenge which requires a rating, his price will increase massively, taking him up to 10,000 coins, 11,000 coins, 12,000, his highest being 16,000. And that's happened in January just before Team of the Year. So with this type of method, whenever he gets to that lower end of 5 to 7,000 coins, what you can do is actually buy into him. You can buy into one, stall him to a club, and then find another player which is similar, because there are loads available. Or you can do the unassigned method, where you will buy loads of Sergio Busquets and just keep him within your unassigned until eventually he goes up. Now, when will he go up? I'm not actually sure. We don't know when EA is going to be releasing content which requires you to have a rating, and also with there being enough demand behind it. But considering there's still a long time until the end of Ultimate Team, it's likely that there will be something. And the last way to make coins is kind of similar to what we just talked about. It is another investing method, but with this one, it gets even easier. You don't need to use a site such as Futpepi or Futwiz to track player prices. You just need to understand what day it is and buy players. This is by investing into the Team of the Week. Team of the Week is released every Wednesday at 6 PM and highlights the best performing players of that week within real life. Typically when they are first released, this is where they're at their highest price. And as people are able to claim their division rival rewards, go through FUT champions, claim their squad battle rewards, as well as just go through general objectives, by the following Wednesday, they've gone down to what is typically their lowest price. Just before that happens, it's worth taking some of your coins and buying into some of the cheaper players. If you're going for the lowest rated, it may not be as good. Some of the best players to buy into are those which are in pretty decent leagues, maybe play for a pretty good team, and are reasonably rated. They're not going to be the highest and they're not going to be the lowest, but if you can get them anywhere between 10 to 20k, it's likely that that's a good deal. Now, kind of similar to what we said with fodder investing, you are just going to store these players to your club, buy one of each and then send them to your club and pretty much forget about them. As time goes on, these players gradually increase. They increase because there's loads of people that did buy into them originally who stopped playing Ultimate Team, so that takes them away from the transfer market. They're also used quite frequently for different types of SBCs, and as they're thrown into SBCs, they're also taken away from the market. So these players get rarer and rarer as time goes on, but they're still needed. They're still needed because some people buy into them because they happen to be their favorite player or play for their favorite team, as well as, yeah, again, they're still used for SBCs. You can actually go back to Team of the Week 1, and yes, there's quite a lot of players which are more expensive than what they should be, especially when looking at their rating, but it didn't start out this way. There's a lot of players in there that are rated 83 or lower, which were around 10 to 15,000 coins on the release of Ultimate Team, but now they're a lot higher. You can even search some of these players by name within Fut and realize that there's not that many of them. We're talking about just a couple pages. The same thing happens for every team of the week if you give it a bit of time. We're nowhere near the end of Fut. There's still many months until we get EA Sports FC. So as long as you're a patient player, you can buy into some of the cheaper team of the weeks before they expire. Just hold on to them, and as long as enough time passes, they will increase. If you make this part of your weekly routine, it doesn't take long until you can get hundreds of these team of the weeks, all of them gradually increasing, making you potentially hundreds of thousands of coins. This is exactly what I did from the very beginning of Ultimate Team and still do it to this day. But here are 4 of the laziest methods that you can use within Ultimate Team. It takes next to no effort as well as no skill in order for you to do this. But remember, if you do want to take this to a whole nother level, then there is a link in the description down below which will take you to next level Fut trading. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.